Good morning. Good morning, Ricardo. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Ready to rock and roll. Good to see you,
Awesome.
man. You look good.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I am super excited that you took the time out of your schedule to have this conversation because one of the things I teach is called SOS, Stop Overcomplicating Success. And that's exactly what you're a master at. I've witnessed you in action when we first crossed paths in South Florida, when there was a mastermind that I hosted every month, and I witnessed
Yeah.
you at that time. And it's funny because you used to say, "Tell your friends about me," right? And that's part of what we're going to be talking about. And I just witnessed how brilliant you were at helping people identify where they were, identify where they were looking to go, and uncovering the stumbling blocks, uncovering the roadblocks that were preventing them from getting there. So I felt it was important for us to have this conversation to help you, the viewer, get that clarity of where you are and where you're going and how you can get there in a much more efficient, effective, and fast manner. So thank you for taking your time out of your schedule, Ricardo, and I'm excited for today's call.
Yeah, me too. So with that being said, you ready? Because I'm ready to go, baby. I'm
I'm
so
ready. I'm
excited
gonna unleash Ricardo here.
all right, thank you. I'm just excited to help the community, to give back. So as you know, Tom, many people in this industry are struggling in their online space. They want to make money and things like that. But what I want to talk about is how this industry really works. And I'm going to tell you what the gurus don't tell you. All right. And in order to make this a success, there are things that you must have in place, and there are things that you must learn and get really good at. All right. So if you have your pen and paper, grab it, turn off your phones, because you're about to be blessed. All right. So with some information and some clarity on why things are not working the way you want them to. So here's the first thing that I would encourage all of you, if you've been doing this for a couple of years and still not making it happen, I will encourage you to get yourself a marketing coach. That's number one. You need a marketing coach. All right. And the reason is because if you don't have somebody reviewing your marketing before you put your content out there, or have a one-on-one strategy session like we used to have back in the days, right? Collaborate, what's working, what's not working. Let's change this message. Let's change these words or whatever. If you don't have nobody reviewing your marketing, you are doing hope marketing. I hope somebody clicks on my link. I hope somebody buys. I hope somebody, joins. And that's how millions and millions of people are doing it. And this is why you hear stories of people saying, I'm sure you heard these too, Tom, when they say, I've been trying to make this work for the past 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. And man, I just can't figure it out. And they go from course to course to course, and nothing's happening. And so that happened because you don't have a marketing coach. That's my first question I always ask. You never consider getting a mentor, a coach? And they say no. And so that's what it is. This is the only industry where people with no experience join and try to build a 6, 7 figure business. If you get a job, at any job, the very first day in your job, they say, Tom, Ricardo's going to train you for the next 2 weeks to show you how we do our job, right? And so they train you to make sure you do things right. This is the only industry where people join and never think of getting themselves a mentor, an expert on how to do their job. So they buy these courses and there's no instructors. Imagine going to college to try to be, and your very first day, you realize there's no instructors. Just watch this video, start here. And that's exactly how people are going about it. If that's you, I will encourage you, get yourself a mentor. Tom's my mentor. He's one of them. I got like five. So, but that's what that is. So that's number one. Get yourself a good mentor. If you don't, you're gonna continue doing hope marketing. It's time to stop hoping. Now, once you have a good mentor, there are three what we call high income skills that you must learn and get really good at. And you have to learn them anyways if you go in the affiliate marketing space. So here's number one, things that you must learn. Learn how to build funnels. Get good with building funnels. Because if you get good at building funnels, it can open more doors for you to generate extra income. For example, if you get good at it, people can hire you to build their funnels. Now, some people don't like the technical part, so they outsource that service. Companies are busy with clients, they don't have time to build funnels, so they outsource it. And if you get good, you can be that source. You can charge whatever you want, you can do it right from home, and that's one income stream you can create. Now, keep in mind, you're going to do it for yourself anyways, because whenever you're promoting a product or service of your own as an affiliate, you're going to need a funnel. So the more you do it with the help of a coach to make sure that you're doing it right and it's converting, don't be surprised if someone asks you, hey, can you build a funnel for me? Sure, this is what I charge. Now you're in a position to also say, monetize that skill and create an additional stream of income if the opportunity presents itself, which it will. Happens all the time. Clients come to me all the time. Can you do it for me? Do you know somebody? Yes. Even when you're networking, right? You can talk to somebody that has a business. How are you generating leads? Do you have a funnel, right? I offer that service. I know what I'm doing. You're putting yourself in a situation. And that's the cool part about learning these skills and anything that you learn in the online space anyway. Whatever you learn to monetize it as well. So not just doing it for you, but learn to monetize. Here's the second high income skill that you is lead generation. Lead generation. And that is so powerful because if you get good at let's put it this way. Let me give you an example. Let's say you built a funnel to generate customers that want to purchase a home. If you get good at generating those type of customers, you can reach out to your local real estate agent and say, hey, I got a list of people that want to purchase a home in a local area. Do you want to buy the list? And you can sell the list. All right. And what struggling real estate agent wouldn't want to buy a list of people that want to purchase a home? It's a no-brainer. A lot of them already pay for advertising and billboards. To small business owners, they pay for advertising to get their names out there to generate these customers. Look at the Super Bowl. Companies spend $8 million on a 30-second commercial to generate leads, right? So they're gonna pay somebody to do their marketing. Why not pay you to do it? Again, you're gonna do it for yourself anyways, because whenever you're promoting a product or service of your own as an affiliate, you're gonna need to generate leads and build your list. So don't be surprised if someone asks you again, hey, can you generate? Sure, this is what I charge. And you learn to monetize that skill. Again, it happens all the time. And the cool thing about lead generation is that it is a transferable skill to learn, and it can be applied to any industry. In this case, I'm using the real estate industry as an example because people can relate to it. It's simple. But the same process it takes to generate customers who want to purchase a home, it's the same exact process to promote a digital course. And every business requires customers. These customers must be generated in some form of marketing. Just like if you're watching this, just like you are here to us, right? Through marketing. So it worked on you. You are proof that this works because you're here watching. Yay. So you're going through the process. And this is a classic example. And so hopefully you're starting to see a bigger picture here, in marketing besides just posting a link out there. So here's the third high income skill that you want to learn and get really good at. And this is probably the most important skill that you want to master. So I will encourage you to really, really get good at it. And that's copywriting. Copywriting is the third one. Because if you get really good at it, it can provide you with all the results you want. For example, I had a company that said, Ricardo, we need more clients, we need more leads, we need more exposure, we need more, conversions. And I said, that's not what you need. You're focusing on the wrong thing. What you need is to get better with your copy, your conversion, because if your copy is good, your message it resonates, people are naturally going to type their name. Hey, give me more information. Hey, I like what I'm watching. I'm in. Here's my card, right? And if you see in this video, you must have gotten an email and say, hey, I'm in, right? Because the copy sounded good. And that's just what it is. That's how you get the results. So never focus on the outcome, focus on what causes the outcome. You see? And that's what a lot of people miss. So those are the three high income skills that you want to learn and get good at with the help of a coach, a professional marketing coach. Now, once you have been doing that, working with a coach, after 3 years, I would say 3 years, by this time you're honing your skills, you're becoming you through the journey of who you need to become. Just like becoming a doctor, you got to go through the process to become that person. You're becoming the marketer. But after 3 years, by this time, you got 3 years of knowledge. You are promoting different things. You should be working for yourself. You should be making money. If you have a good coach, that's where you should be at. But now, position and create your own digital course. Now remember, you got 3 years of knowledge. You can literally record yourself and say, hey guys, if you're new to affiliate marketing like I used to be, here's what you do. Step one, do this. Step two, do this. Step three, do this. An example. You put a price on it and you sell it. Now you created passive income. And it's a self-directed course. You don't have to talk to anybody, See, you're taking your knowledge and learning to monetize it. And all you don't have to learn anything because all you're doing is recording yourself and showing people what you've been doing for the past 3 years, right? And that's really all that is. It's like driving. Once you learn how to drive, can you teach somebody how to drive? Same thing. Can you record a video? Hey, if you've never been behind the wheel, here's what you do. Put your seatbelt on, fix your mirrors, etc., etc. So it's the same exact thing. Learn to monetize what you already know how to do. Now, people who buy your course, they may decide to hire you as a coach. Now you become the coach. Now they come in for you for advice. So now they go, hey Tom, I just put this funnel together. Does it look good? Should I change anything? Any advice, suggestion? What are your thoughts? You're the expert. You got 3 years of experience. Now you're in a position to say, okay, let's change the wording. Let's change this message. Let's change the colors, whatever the funnel needs to make sure they converse. Because you already know how to do it because you learn from an expert. You see? And here's how you become a millionaire in this industry. You have to understand you have 3 years of knowledge. A good marketing coach, a good mentor will help you take that knowledge, create a course out of that, create a curriculum, put together a curriculum so you can mentor and coach people. So you take all of that, you're going to charge 5 grand for your course, you're going to service 200 people a year, and that's $1 million. That's how let that sit in for a second, right? And that's all it is. You want to make $100,000 a year? All you need is 20 people to pay you 5 grand to coach them, to mentor them with your 3 years of knowledge. This is how you transition into that era. This is how you go get to the multi-million-dollar clubs and stuff like that. But this is how you learn. All you're doing is monetizing what you already know. Now, this is the last piece of the puzzle. And if you listen to this, if you're still here, great. Because pay extra attention to this part because this is what's going to provide you with the lifestyle that you want. This is how you make it a reality. So we're going to talk about focus. A lot of people come into this industry and they equate the amount of money they make per month to the type of lifestyle they have. But it's not the amount of money that you make per month that allows you to have time freedom, financial freedom, or live life on your own terms, travel, be in a position where you never have to work again, have a successful online business, take care of the family, all these things. Even if you make $100,000 a month, if you can believe that. But it's not the money that makes that life a reality. What makes the life that you want a reality for you and your family is when you become skillful at making money. So the life that you want to accomplish, that will be a result of how skillful you have become. So I want to encourage money, chase the education, learn these skills. Making money should be the last thing on your mind. The only thing you want to focus on is yourself. What do I need to learn and get good at? Who do I need to become? 3 things you should be asking yourself. What skills do I need to acquire first in order for me to never have to work for anybody ever again? Or what skills do I need to acquire first in order to build a successful online business that I can do from home or anywhere I travel to? Or what skills do I need to acquire first in order to earn 10 grand a month or more online? Again, you got to become the marketer. Get good at marketing, putting funnels together, systems in place, automation, learning these skills, mastering it. And if you get good at that, the life you want becomes reality. If you look at any successful marketer, like Tom, for example, let me use you as an example. The only reason why you have the lifestyle you have is because you're simply good at marketing. That's it. Nothing else. It's not because the amount of money you make, because you're good at what you do. So that's the result. You created this, right? I've been doing this for over 25 years. Jeez. My wife doesn't have to work. It allowed us to homeschool our 3 kids. We watched them grow from day one, never missed a day, full time from home. But again, those are results because I got good at marketing. So there's no secrets to success like the guru say, I got a secret. Ain't no secrets, okay? Somebody told you they got secrets, they're crazy. That's a red flag. There's no secrets. All we did, and I'm sure Tom did too, we invest in coaching and mentorship, right? And they took us by our little hand and they showed us how to get results. Focus on this, get good with this part, the results will always show up. You see, and that's the key. I mean, think about it like this as well. If you had the skills right now to earn 10 grand or more a month full time online, right? You'll be doing it. And you will not be watching this video. You'll be on your way to Tahiti somewhere or St. Thomas or Pelican Club. There you go. So But since you don't know how to do it, or else you'd be doing it, this is why, if you really have a strong desire to create the life that you want, if that's real in your heart, invest in a marketing coach. Learn these skills. Learn how to be guided and how to do it right. Stop hope marketing. And once you get to that level that you achieve your life, now you're in a position to really bless your family. Anybody in your family that's struggling financially, don't give them money. You keep that for yourself. You teach them how to make money. Pass on the education. Teach them how to fish. And if you have kids, teach it to the kids. By the time they're 20 years old, they'll never have to look for work. And if they want to go to college, let them pay for their own college education. You won't have to deal with that. That's the kind of future you put in your family in. And this is how you create generational wealth. You don't pass down wealth to the family. You keep that for yourself. You travel, you spend that money. You pass down skills and you teach your family how to build their own wealth, just like you learn how to build yours. And that, my friends, is how this industry works. These are the things that you got to learn, but it starts with getting yourself a marketing coach. And that's what makes the life you want a reality. But you got to get good at it. You have to become this person. Well, you don't on top, that's what it is. It's time to change. Change how you do things. Everything's going digital. More and more people are leaving their corporate jobs to come online and do something online and make money. They don't have experience. They're gonna outsource a lot of this stuff. Put yourself in a situation that if it does happen, you know what to do and monetize that skill. So, Tom, that's my message for the people. Any thoughts, comments? I'll be here. Any
Yes,
questions?
absolutely. So one, like you said, there are no secrets. And that's a, like you said, a red flag. The bottom line is this is pretty much common sense. And the problem is similar to like when I was president of strategic profits for Rich Schefter, and Rich went into his story of where he was very successful in his own companies in the brick and mortar world. And then when he got online, he lost his business sense. Like he ended up struggling very badly, and that's what led to him writing the Internet Marketing Manifesto, because he shared his journey of like, how did I lose my mind of what makes sense in the corporate world? Why would I think it'd be different in the online magical world? I mean, that's literal. So he basically broke down, I'm going to do what I did in the offline businesses and treat it as this is not some magic rainbow, it's actually a business. And just like you said, you don't just jump into something like I now am the managing partner of the Pelican Cigar Bar. I
Yeah.
had to learn from the previous owner because I didn't know what I didn't know. Like we all go through the four stages of learning: unconscious incompetence. You don't know what you don't know. How are you going to survive if you don't know what you don't know? Then you get to the conscious incompetence. Now you know what you don't know, and then you got to learn how to become good at it. And that's where you graduate to conscious competence. And then you get to that expert level where you're unconsciously competent. But that takes time, effort, and energy. So I went through those stages recently in the purchase of the Pelican shop. I didn't know what I didn't know. It would have been foolish of me to push that former business owner aside and say, I'll just figure it out. That's the recipe for disaster. And so you pointed that out, and it is common sense, but you're not the only one watching this who's gone through it. Even brilliant minds. I mean, Rich Sheffrin had did like I think over $100 million in the offline space before he got online with his hypnosis centers. Um, and he had it very successfully. But then when he got online, he just lost the common sense of business. So anyhow, I just want to share. If you're still here watching this, congratulations. You're doing exactly what I did 25 years ago, or more now at this point. And that's, listening to teleseminars, getting some insights, and then it's just about taking that proper action. And you asked if I had mentorship. This actually is what I call the $60,000 necklace. The funny thing is, I invested $60,000 in a mentor, and I got this couple $100 necklace along with a whole bunch of other stuff. But it was Tony Robbins, so it was his platinum program, and the plats recognize other plats with the necklace that they have there. So yeah, and that's one of numerous mentors that I had that gave me that bridging the gap from unconscious incompetence to conscious incompetence to conscious competence, and then over the years becoming unconsciously competent stuff. So very well laid out there. And the other quote that I want to share, which I was thinking of the whole time you're sharing this, here we are just having this conversation. We're like, you know what? We think this can help some people. And that fulfills one of my other mentors, who's no longer here, Zig Ziglar. When I first heard that quote, it really resonated with me, and it still does all these years later. You can have everything in life you want if you simply help enough others get what they want. So I took time out of my schedule. Ricardo took time out of his schedule to put this video together for you, hopefully connect some dots for you. And I said hopefully because I am a fan of hope. Not hope marketing, but I am a fan of hope. I want to give you some hope. I want to give you some inspiration, and I want to transition that into action, right? So hopefully this triggered something that, you know what, as I said in the beginning, stop overcomplicating success. Stop like waving the white flag or throwing in the towel. It's a simple process, but you have to be willing to take the proper steps that Ricardo laid out there. So you truly can have everything in life you want if you simply help enough others get what they want. So for those people who are still here with us, Ricardo, what's the next step? How can we help them further?
Yeah, you can. Before I say this, I want everybody to know who's watching. Tom, myself, we were sitting where you at, looking for answers too. At one point, we didn't know this stuff. We learned it from other people, successful people. You know, we didn't come up with this. I learned it. Everything that you just heard came from another human being, because I was taught, I was mentored, and that's the cool part about it. This is what we used to have our mastermind events, which is fantastic. But anyway, with that being said, yeah, if you want a one-on-one strategy session with me, you can go to yesricardo.com. YES Ricardo RICARDO.com. Yesricardo.com. It's a one-on-one strategy session to see where you at. And you'll be happy to know it's not gonna be a sales pitch. I'm not gonna try to sell you anything to twist your arm. I'm just gonna pay it forward, Tom, and I'm just gonna pay it forward because it was done for me. You know, you done a lot for me as well. So this is a way that we give back. So it's not gonna be a sales call. We just want to see where you at, how we can bless you with some clarity, direction, and how to make this work for you and your family, just like this has done for us. You know, so yesricardo.com.
Well, and the cool part about that is I can guarantee you one thing. I've known Ricardo, I don't even know how, over 10 years. I don't remember when we first
Over
crossed paths.
15 years.
Over 15 years. That's how fast the years go, right? Over 15 years. And I can tell you this, like I seen him on the marketers cruise, just in a corner, sitting with somebody, helping them figure out their next steps. I've witnessed that over and over again. So what I can guarantee is you'll have a tremendous conversation with a man who has a heart of gold, who loves helping people. And as he mentioned, it's not a sales call. There's no pressure whatsoever, but he's really great at what he does. And I can guarantee you're going to have a fantastic conversation and probably meet someone that, hopefully connects the dots for you to where you can finally get from where you are to where you want to be. So, Ricardo, I thank you for giving this generous offer of your most precious, never fleeting asset of time. Right. So seize this opportunity if you're watching this and get to meet Ricardo and hear some of the wisdom and insights that he has to share with you. I think you're going to be blessed by that.
That's for sure. All right, guys. Well, it's a blessing. Stay blessed, Tom.
All right. Thank you, Ricardo. Talk with you soon.